Let's build with these blocks today. Welcome back to day 5 of my 30-day building challenge, where I'm once again inspired by a Pinterest concept art. This time it's a Japanese style bookstore that's a little bit rustic, a little bit run down. Some of you have asked what mod I'm using, and this is actually World Edit, which I can just expand and easily create these walls out of any material. And it's a mod you can get for yourself on Java Edition. This is probably the smallest house that I've done on this series so far, but also one of the most detailed. I want to pack as much shape and different details as I can into this small house to make it feel very cozy. Now I'm using some stairs to create this front overhang. Now extending the framework here, we're working on the second floor, which is also white. I wanted to make it a different tone, a different shade of white using some of these calcite blocks, which I'll later be texturing up. And now at the front, there's this very tiny balcony that I'm trying to emulate with some trapdoors here, using pale to match the white and still going with like a wooden and also Japanese vibe with the oak trapdoors. A big part of this house design are also these spruce stairs that act as supports holding everything up, which also extends into the roof using dark oak for a nice darker contrast against the white. But yeah, going back to the supports, aside from like the hanging lantern and the spruce trapdoor shutters, this is like got to be another one of my most used designs when it comes to anything like balconies, and even in my day 2 house, having it as like an extension. And on the sides of the house, we have a very similar thing to the front with this tiny balcony that doesn't actually really walk out. It's just like a big window. And extending to the back, I wanted to keep it pretty simple, just adding some trapdoors as a trim. On our final wall, I'm mirroring the opposite wall pretty much exactly here, but making it more detailed towards the top, putting it on the other side as well. Now for the actual bookshelf part, this is like the main detail that makes this not like a boring normal house. So I used some chiseled bookshelves and a brick overhang, also with some supports. And then now I'm just texturing up the wall, so I got bored. I'm gonna come back to the book area later. And now you may remember the concept art actually looks really overgrown. So now I'm adding the leaves, very intellectual bookshelf library vibes. I want it to be like a really plant-loving, super messy vibe. Pots, little saplings everywhere, some moss, filled in some standard bookshelf texture, and also just a scatter of like these books placed into the chiseled bookshelves. Going around back, I needed a bit more detail. These walls were super duper plain, so I have this nice little flower bed and also an overhang, a little stone path, and that brings us to the end of day 5 of our 30-day build a day challenge.